What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the St. James Show. Appreciate each and every one of you rising on your feet and offering me the most humble welcome here. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate it. I am your host, St. James, and you are listening to right now and looking at the St. James Show over here on the carnal church sector. We appreciate each and every one of you for coming on through. Not Braids, she's always up in here on time. I am Mrs. Ricks. Good to see you. Rejoice in the Lord. There she's here today. Rosalind is here. Appreciate you. Really do. Please hit that like button for me. Hit that like right now. Hit that like button for me. If you have not, do it right now. Thank you for watching tonight. We're going to have a good time. We know that you're going to hit like, you're going to share, you are going to be a subscriber. If you are not, hit that subscribe button and also hit the link in the bio to become a member of the St. James Show. And always show your support with the $ St. James Show. What's everybody up to tonight? Thursday, this pre-Friday. We almost hitting the weekend. What's up, TJ? Good to see you. Mike Moore. And Princess, good to see you as well. Goonies, Lord, Goonies is here tonight. Goonies is here tonight, y'all. Good to see each and every one of you. All right, what I got tonight? Got me a little something to drink tonight. I'm drinking some. I saw this at Total Wine. It's Riscato, but black cherry. We'll see how that works out tonight. Hit that like right now and subscribe. Yes. Tonight, my music and arts, Edwin Hawkins Music and Arts Seminar family, we all are just, we should be in seminar this week. This week would have been the regular week for our seminar for years upon years. I am representing tonight with a seminar shirt right here, Music and Arts. I think it was 2011 or somewhere. In Chicago. So I'm representing tonight my music and arts family, all right? We would have had a great week. I remember this week because we were in Toledo, but this was on the 24th. So it usually depends on where it lands. That was the week that Michael Jackson passed away during our music and arts seminar in Toledo, Ohio. I remember that like it was yesterday. But this shirt is from Chicago, from our Chicago deal. That sounds good. That actually is good. It actually is pretty good. Yes. 15 years. Wow, that is crazy. He's been gone for that long. That is wild. Thank you, Lady E, for coming on through. Peter R, for y'all coming on through. So what's everybody getting into tonight? We're going to have a wonderful discussion with Terrence J. Dooley. Terrence J. Dooley is a wonderful songwriter. He is a producer. He's a choir master. He's a pastor. He's an elder. He's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But he also wrote the hit, I Love the Lord, that was recorded recently on Ricky Dillard's latest recording, I Love the Lord. And it's been out for a minute. Ricky re-recorded it. When that happens, blows up some more. So we're going to talk to him about that. Talk to him about some Stella Award stuff because Ricky is up for some Stella Awards. So that's good to be associated with a album that has been nominated for a Stella Award. So we're just waiting on our guests to fall through here. I'm usually not late. I'm not sure why he is, but we'll get there. What's up, JP? Good to see you. I'm sure missing our panel this week. We have to get that going. Everything's been going on. We have to get that panel going because it's your cousin. Oh, Whitley, is that your cousin? All right. Get down. I think we are ready. I want to bring up tonight, everybody, none other than the one, the only Terrence J. Dooley. As we just discussed life, music, and whatever else St. James wants to discuss. All right? So without further ado, put your hands together for the one and only Mr. Terrence J. Dooley. There he is. Okay. I thought it had went black. What's up, Mr. Terrence J. Dooley? Dooley.
How you doing, my brother?
If I slip and say Cooley, excuse me, because we have prominent family here in the city, Cooley, and it's spelled the same way, just with a D.
Okay.
Dooley. What's going on? Are you in Columbus tonight?
I was sitting backstage the whole time, like, what's going on? I forgot to push the button, so that was my fault.
Yeah, you got to push the button. Push the button. What's that from?
I don't know. What's that from?
Oh, man, Color Purple. Oh, my goodness, you're out of here. Well, from the play, The Color Purple.
Oh, okay.
The newest one. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Whitley says is she your cousin?
Who is that?
I don't know. Whitley. She said I'm having my cousin on. Maybe
yeah, that's my cousin.
Oh, okay. Are you in Columbus, Ohio tonight?
Columbus, Ohio. Yes, sir.
Wow. Born and raised?
Born and raised in Columbus, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Only time I really left was when I went away for college, but that was about an hour down the road. So,
so you really did leave.
Yeah, been here, and I enjoy. You ever been to Columbus?
Have I been to Columbus? Cincinnati? I don't think I've been to Columbus.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've been to Columbus.
Yeah, it's the best city in Ohio, So you gotta stop on by.
Oh, I meant to pass through because when I went to Ricky's recording, which we'll talk about because your song "I Love the Lord" is on it. Okay. I don't know if I went through Columbus or not.
Did you fly in?
I flew in.
You probably flew to Cincinnati and
Kentucky.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You wouldn't have came through Columbus at all.
Jesse says that Columbus is the best city in Ohio by far.
It's a fact.
That's interesting. Okay. All right.
Right.
So what are we calling you tonight? A brother, elder, apostle, pastor? Because I hear you just became a newly installed pastor.
I did. So on tonight, you can just call me Terrence.
Terry. All right.
I'm not really like that. I really don't get caught up in titles and all that kind of stuff. Just not. I've never been like that. So.
South High School.
Okay. I was supposed to have a job interview at South High School actually, but I got it. Yeah. But that's another story.
What, teaching music?
No, English actually, but I got another job before I took that offer.
Oh, wow. So you're one of those gospel artists and songwriters and producers that also have a regular gig.
Yes, because I'm well aware that these these churches and gigs and traveling and stuff like that, it can and will stop.
Okay.
So I definitely want to have something not to fall back on, but to kind of stand on.
Yeah, yeah, to have that cushion, so you're just kind of easing and not struggling. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We all kind of go through dry seasons. You're not writing as many songs, you're not placing any songs, you're not recording any music, not traveling, or whatever the case may be. And so that, it's best to have something. So I went to school and everything. So I'm putting that stuff to use.
I seen you did you recently just have another graduation, a degree or something?
Yes, the first week of May, I graduated from Grand Canyon University with my master's in secondary education.
Wow, that's amazing! Congratulations!
So, thank you so much. We were somewhat close to you. If you're in California, we were in Phoenix.
Yeah,
not too far away. So we got to get some of that heat.
Oh yeah, Phoenix is ridiculous. Yeah. It's horrible.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you. First of all, thank you for having me here. I didn't say that.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time.
Definitely. Yeah. Is this the Mrs. Dooley here?
Yes, it is. Yes, thank you so very much, honey.
Supporting her man. Her man. That's good. They're saying congratulations. Yeah, because, we're seeing a lot of these honoraries running around here.
That's true. And I'm kind of 50-50 about the honorary because
Me too.
I was gonna somebody had offered me an honorary a couple years ago, and it would have been, I think, in sacred music or something like that.
Right.
That's for somebody to reach out to you. You've been working hard for 20 some odd years, and somebody reaches out and says, "Hey, we want to honor you with this." The only reason I didn't at that time was because it was quick, and they were like, "Okay, we need you to get all of your garments, and we need $500 this, that, and the other."
Right. There's always a dollar sign attached,
and it should be. Yeah. But I would have gladly taken that, and anybody who would not take one,
Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but I like to see that remember, and they gave Kirk Franklin one, and I can see that.
Right.
I can see Kirk, but someone with an artist or someone with a master's degree, I can see an honorary doctorate. It depends on what they have their expertise in.
Right. As long as you step foot on a campus somewhere at some point in time. And I think that's where people who have their earned doctorates, where they get so offended, because it's a lot of work. I mean, to get a bachelor's is hard work.
It's work. Yes, it is. Yeah. Right. So I can appreciate all kinds of academia, and it's so good that you went out and went that extra step and got the master's. So if you pop up with an honorary doctorate, you ain't gonna get no flack from me. I'm gonna be happy.
Okay.
I'm gonna be happy for you. So you've seen your wife there. How many? You have children? What's going on in the family life?
Yes, I do have children. We actually just had. I have a 13-year-old, a 9-year-old, and then I have, a 2 and I think 10-month-old.
Wow.
So keep us in prayer.
Much prayer. Wow.
So,
do you want more?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Sometimes when I see, because I have all boys, and sometimes when I see my friends with their daughters, I'll say, "Well, let me hold your daughter for a minute, so I can." Somebody said busy. I mean,
very busy.
Right. And I'll hold them for just. I did that to one of my friends last week. I said, "Let me hold your daughter for just a second," and I got over it then. So yeah.
She said, "You got to get a girl. Let's keep on pushing."
No, she's gonna be the one pushing. I'm be one.
Right. So the church, what's going on with the revival power?
So back in, I guess I can say 2022, the Lord gave me a vision to plant ministry. And so we took a little bit of time, maybe six or 7 months, to kind of cast a vision and, decide, put the groundwork in. Hey, thank you. So I think we started doing like monthly services in 2023. So once a month. And in January of this year, we launched fully. And so I was actually honored to have Bishop Brandon Jacobs to preach my installation service because we made a decision to join Pilgrim Assemblies.
That's what I see. And I seen Archbishop Hudson there. I mean, he was on the flyer as well. So I was going to ask you, are you with Pilgrim Assembly now?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
So he didn't make it, and we would have loved to have him, but yeah, we
Brandon Jacobs, listen, he'll do it.
And did it. So we're excited about that, and it's been a blessing partnering with them so far, just with the knowledge and things that we've gained.
What made you? It seemed like Pilgrim Assemblies is that growing, Pentecostal denomination these days. What made you choose them to have a covering?
That's a loaded question. I'll answer half of it.
Okay.
I'll inbox you the other part.
Okay. All right.
But I think you just said it. It's a growing organization. And one thing that I noticed, even from our state bishop, Bishop Christopher Wood, shout out to him as well, a lot of the pastors planted their churches.
Okay.
And so they understand the struggle, they understand the ups and the mostly
So
downs.
they didn't just inherit a church from Old Man River. You know,
Right, right,
they actually planted it.
right.
Okay.
And that's what it seems like as I kind of look over a lot, and even on the pastors' calls, I hear a lot of the pastors say they planted and they're doing, they're going through the ebb and flow of that, and that was something that was important to me because I think sometimes if there's something you want to do, you got to get around people that are doing or
Yeah.
have done what you're
Right.
trying to do. And I mean, Archbishop Hudson and Bishop Jacobs and Bishop Woods and Vincent Bohannon, these are all people that I look up to and enjoy and love. So I mean, it was kind of I guess you can say, an easy decision.
That's good. Yeah, when I saw that, I said, okay, that looks like it will work because I do really like the Pilgrims Assembly from what I'm seeing outside looking in.
You did your homework. I appreciate you as an interviewer. All the interviews I watched that you've done, and you always do your homework.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, great interviewer.
Thank you so much.
I will say also, they just kind of made me feel at home. I remember last year, and I'll be honest, because I'm an honest person. We were really discouraged about our church plant, my wife and I, just because things weren't going the way we wanted them to go, the way we envisioned for them to go. Some I won't get into that.
Yeah.
But just things weren't going how we wanted them to go. And we were watching that convocation. And when I tell you, I did everything short of put on a suit and sit on my couch and watch. I mean, they said we got a 10 a.m. session. I was up at 10.
It was something, but I was watching it as well, and it was something very captivating, it seemed very spiritual, spirited, and real. It just seemed like church to me.
It did.
Church.
Yep. I mean, it was very intentional. And on one of the calls, I remember Archbishop Hudson said, we meet to do this. He's like, every time I don't care if it's a business session, whatever it is, we're giving God praise in this meeting.
Right.
And so, I mean, what they do, and I say they because I haven't been to convocation yet. I'm excited about it. But it's very intentional. It's very intentional. And that's one thing that
lineup they got, I was seeing it. It's going to be power packed. It's going to be wild.
Oh, yeah. I think Dr. E. Dewey Smith, I think Mark Moore. I believe that Bishop Younger is back.
Yeah, I've seen a whole lineup and then the band even looks like they're going to church y'all to smithereens.
Right. And that's what we're going down there to do.
Oh yeah. And I know that's where you kind of connect even more because being the music guy, you've been doing music since you were a kid.
Yep.
Yeah. So who did you grow up imitating or emulating or trying to emulate musically?
Good question. So my dad, when my dad got saved, he got saved for real. And so he's not a musician or anything, but he loves music. And so he didn't listen to any secular music once he got saved. It was all gospel, all gospel music all the time. So on Saturday mornings, it wasn't Gladys Knight or Aretha Frank, or what Aretha would say, but it wasn't, Anita Baker. It was Shirley Caesar. It was John P. Key. My dad is from North Carolina, so
John is it. Yeah.
Thomas Whitfield was a big one for me because I play the piano too, organ, and he's the maestro here in Ohio. We're close to Detroit, so all that trickled in Ohio. I mean, Ricky Dillard, James Hall, Donald Lawrence. I mean, so many. But I think my closest would be a mixture of Kurt Carr, John P. Key, Ricky Dillard, a little bit of Richard Smallwood. Those are people that James Hall. Those are people that I really studied. And then I'll say also when Ty Tribbett came on the scene. Okay, I see with the Hawk.
Don't you come to the Saint James Show.
Facts.
And don't mention the Hawkins.
I can throw them in there too.
Okay,
Hawkins,
all right, we good now.
Bishop Walter Hawkins. I mean, those records were spinning in our house. We had a record player growing up.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But my dad, he just always kept up with the times. I saw him today. He's 74 years old. He kept up with the time. When CDs came out, he got a CD player. We just were listening to so much music. So, But there's just so many people that I listen to that kind of help shape my sound. But I will say this: I was in college right when Ty Tribbett was white hot. And I mean, he was touring with his full band, full everything, and that was what made me want to be an artist. Seeing Ty Tribbett out just absolutely killing everywhere he went. And then some local artists as well. Jonathan Dunn, who was a writer for Marvin Sapp, and I think Byron Cage too. I'm not sure. Monte Lacey and just so many others.
You mentioned Ty Tribbett.
Yes.
Now your birthday is August 25th. You're a Virgo, right?
Yes. Yes, I am.
You know where I'm going?
No, go ahead. Keep on going, because I don't know.
Well, Ty Tribbett recently came out and he preached against astrological signs and that type of thing. What's your stance on that? Do you think it's really that deep? With you being a Virgo and all that, do you attach to it? Do you say I'm a Virgo, I act like this because I'm a Virgo? Do you have those conversations? Have you had those conversations in the past? Do you feel it's demonic, or is it just something that we shouldn't even worry about?
That's a good question. The church. I've never been one to really pay attention to that too much. However, I'm not, I don't want to say ignorant. I'm not foolish enough to believe that God can't use something like astrology to shape who we are. He could very well have used that to shape our personalities and things of that nature.
Okay.
I don't know. That's why his thoughts are higher than our thoughts, his ways higher than our ways. We won't really know the answer to that. But I've never really subscribed that it's demonic. It's just something that I just don't know enough about to say that it's demonic.
I think I use the word demonic. I think he used more like Greek. You shouldn't be, dipping into the Greek mythology and things like that. So some people say demonic, when they really want to go there with it. But
right.
I just wanted to see what you thought about that, because it was recently in the headlines with him regarding that type of thing. So
okay. Yeah, I've never really gotten too far into it. I really just found out I was a Virgo like 7 years ago. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I just
you was good and saved. You grew up good and saved. You didn't.
Sanctified. Yeah, I didn't really pay too much attention to it.
Man, you mentioned Ricky Dillard being one of your kind of people that you looked up to. You listened to their music, and then all of a sudden, bam! I'm sitting there in the recording. I was there at the recording. What city was that?
So it wasn't Cincinnati. It was
it was another city.
It was Hamilton, Ohio.
No,
that's where the church actually was, Hamilton. But I think it was
because it was two word city.
Yeah, it was. So
I can't remember.
It was somewhere outside of Cincinnati.
And I heard this song. They started singing, I love the Lord, I love it. And I knew I had heard it, but I didn't quite. But let me tell you, that song was the hit of that recording. And then during, I think, the intermission, was it you and some of Testimony got up and was singing it?
Yeah, I was so embarrassed. Lexi, shout out to Lexi. First of all, I didn't know Lexi knew me, but she knew exactly who I was.
That's good.
But she called us up. And then Marquise Jelks, who I know, they called us up to sing.
Thank you, Kay. Liberty Township, that's what it was.
That's it, yeah. So they called us up, and we just kind of sang, I think, the hook of it or something like that. But I was I'm actually a little socially awkward sometimes, so that kind of had me just a little like, oh my God. But
I mean, it made me remember who you were, who your group was. So you never know when it's your time to shine in order to get your ministry even out there a little bit more.
Right, and we got up there. there. So, what do you think? And then even from that, I'm a big numbers guy, and I'm like, if you're in the music industry and you're recording and releasing music, you better pay attention to them numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
So after we did that, I saw those numbers kind of, do that. Even till now, they're up from where they were prior to that. I'm really grateful for that.
You know what I liked about it? Because you have artists that, re-record music and then they just totally change it up and it's not the foundation of the writer. And how long ago did you write that song?
I wrote that song in 2021.
Oh, wow. Okay. So not too far. Not too far. Yeah. So you premiered it in 21 or 22?
So I recorded that song. We had a live recording in 2021.
Okay.
And we're actually going to release that project before the end of this year. We had 2 babies since that recording, so that kind of took precedence to finish it.
Yeah.
But we recorded it live in 2021. I want to say we dropped that single in 22.
Okay. Okay. I mean, what was the process? How did you come about getting Ricky to record that song? Did you just submit it?
Yeah.
And it was chosen? Okay.
So I'll back up. You remember back in the day, Sunday night service, somebody would get up, the organists, they would just get up, I love the Lord, I love the Lord, I love the Lord.
Yes,
so
I remember that.
That's where it came from. And I just said, well, let me slow it down, put a little something to it. And it just came out. And the funny thing is, so I have a vamp on my version. However, when I originally wrote the song, it was exactly how Ricky recorded it. So it wasn't on there. I think I came back 2-3 weeks later and was like, okay, y'all, I got this vamp I'm gonna add this to the end. So some people were like, were you mad that he didn't put the vamp? I was like, no, because that's actually how I wrote it when I first wrote it. He put out that he was looking for music. And of course, everybody's sending me the flyer and tagging me and hurry up and send. So I went ahead and sent some stuff over. And I was like, yo, I think I sent him 3 songs. And Quad was like, his producer was like, I think this is the one, but we'll see what Ricky likes.
Yeah.
And, he actually.
What I know about Ricky likes good and simple.
He does. Yeah, he does.
He doesn't like too much of that complicated stuff. You're just not going to get a lot of that from Ricky. You're going to get good choir, simple music that has some meaning to it.
Right. And I mean, that's what works though. I mean, because I've been watching AIM and different services.
Right.
And I've been hearing, you gotta hold on, and just, I love the Lord. I've heard sung so many different places. I want to say it's on Pilgrim's playlist for Convocation, which I'm really excited about.
It better be. It better be.
Yeah. So, you hear people singing the songs, and that's what you want.
Yeah.
Because that just keeps your music alive for so much longer. I was hoping, I said, if he records I Love the Lord and people just use it as their offering song, I'm so happy about that.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what you want, because that's like when Every Praise came out. We had that song, David Bratton had taught that to the Music and Arts back in 2010.
Wow.
And we never recorded it on Music and Arts. Edwin never did it. We recorded it, but it never was released. Okay. And then Hezekiah grabbed that thing and it went to another level.
I remember when that song dropped, when it first dropped, and I heard it on the radio. My assistant director in testimony, I texted him. I was like, "What you think about Hezekiah's new single?" He's like, "I don't like it." And I said, "Let me tell you something." I said, "That song is going to be sung everywhere around the world." Yeah. And then I mean, you can see what it's done since then. I mean, if you don't know what you're getting ready to sing, you can pull that song out.
Oh yeah. That's a mainstay. Yeah.
The crazy thing is, like, if you really listen to it, if the band is playing it the way it goes, and singers are singing it right, the song still really goes.
Yeah, it does. It does, and it's a song that the entire church can sing.
Yep.
And the entire church can appreciate. When I first heard it back in 2010, we all loved it. We hate that Edwin didn't put it out, but it was put out when it was supposed to be put out, and Hezekiah really took it out there. Tell me this now: Who do you think right now is your most, in your opinion, the most respected writer outside of yourself?
Ooh, I'm gonna say probably Vincent Bohannon.
I like that answer.
I gotta say Vincent. I mean, this is like no slight to him, but I'm sure he would probably say the same. Like he's not like an A-list artist like Kirk Franklin or
Right.
but his music is just as impactful because you can find a little storefront somewhere that's got a two-piece band and four singers, and they're in there.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
All those songs. I mean, he has an ear for what's going to work. It's like you said about Ricky, it's going to be simple.
Yeah.
You can teach it in 20 minutes. He's got like what I like to call convention songs.
Yes, he does.
You can learn them at the 3:00 rehearsal.
Yeah, when you got to learn 6-7 songs, you can do a whole album of Vincent Bohannon.
You really can.
Yeah.
You really can. He's one of my favorite writers. Who else would I say? I don't know. Probably. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I'm kind of going with some of my contemporaries. Anthony Junebug Turner.
Okay.
Really good writer. He also has a song on Ricky Dillard. On Ricky Dillard's album, "Feel Us Once Again."
Oh, I love that one. Yep.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, he's got that Pentecostal sound.
Yeah.
He's got that down.
Where's he from?
He's from Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He'd be. Oh man, you would have a good time. You got to interview him too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's a riot, man. He's a good dude. Good dude.
So, who's your most annoying gospel artist? Go.
Annoying. It would have to be somebody that I don't ever want to work with because I try not to say so. Man, I don't know, man.
You plead the fifth.
I'm gonna think of somebody for you just because you asked.
We just talking. Ain't nobody here.
Right, ain't nobody here. Just us. I don't know, man. That's kind of tough. I actually really
have you worked with artists before and they just totally blew your mind? Like, oh, I didn't know you were like this.
No, I've had really good experiences with all the artists that I've worked with and for. And I know that's probably sounds like a really safe answer. But I haven't really,
flowery.
Yeah, I haven't really had any negative experiences. I'm really trying to think. I mean, I don't really have any bad experieners.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing because I can go down a list, but I won't belabor the time.
Belabor the hour. Yeah. Now, I mean, I do know that there are some artists that I hear that people are like, man, don't book him, don't book her, because artists do talk and stuff like that.
Yeah, they do.
And, there's people that people find it difficult to work with, and then sometimes that's just their experience, and I may work with them and they've been absolutely wonderful to work with and easy.
I've come across that even with people that I've dealt with and other people have dealt with. I'm like, I didn't get that from them.
Yeah. And you got to give everybody a chance, give everybody some grace.
Wow. So, do you plan on going to the Stellar Award?
I would love to go. I am still sadly up in the air about going, just due to some things that I've got to do. I want to say Pilgrim Convocation is like the next week.
Okay.
And that's in Atlanta. And I just told you a few minutes ago I have these 4 kids.
Yes, she got a lot.
Yeah,
so tell me this: Stellar Awards, fake or real? What's your opinion?
I think it's real. I do like how the voting process this year they gave a little bit of the power to the fans. I guess we're not supposed to be fans of gospel music, but to the supporters, to the saints, to the congregation.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 or 3 awards that they're allowing everybody to vote for.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was due to some controversy in the past, like best
Because
choir.
what we've heard was it just wasn't fair. It seems like the same people you kind of nominated or that type of thing. But in my opinion, it seems like these people are working.
Right.
They're working. They're putting the music out there. Too much is given, much is required, and that can go for a large spectrum of things. So, but it's good that Ricky's nominated, and you're connected to a Stellar Award right now.
Right, and I'm hoping that if he wins one, that they just send a brother a certificate or something. Yeah. I went through all the scenarios like, man, what if they win and they send, so hopefully he does win. He deserves it. It was a really good album. But there's several other choirs. I think B Chase is in a category with him. B Chase Williams.
And Vincent is too, I believe.
Vincent, it's a tough category.
And I'm just saying, y'all, give it to Vincent. I love Ricky Dillard. I think there's a place where he can get it for this and Vincent can get it for that. So hopefully that can happen. Because the hard work that Vincent does, I think he deserves it. I really do.
I think so too. And I mean, just so many are out here grinding. Even with B Chase, he's out here grinding, and I forget who else is in that choir category. I think Zach Williams.
Yeah. No, he's kind of sickly now. We gotta pray for Zach.
We gotta pray for him. I gotta text him.
He's in the hospital. I'm like,
I saw his post earlier today that he was back in. On or around his birthday or something like that. So definitely got to keep him in prayer. But yeah, he's got music that hits radio, and everybody's just kind of working really hard, and everybody deserves an award.
Yeah.
So hopefully they feel, even if they don't win, that it's a great accomplishment to even be named amongst those greats. So
I love your group Testimony, and all your music is available on all platforms, right?
Yes, every last one of them.
Terrence J. Dooley. What was your very first album?
My very first album was called Freedom.
Okay.
And it was, I think, Red, White, and Black. There was some really good songs on there. That was recorded in 2000, I think 10, before I really knew what I was doing. Mm-hmm. But there were some really good songs on there. We still sing a lot of those songs today. What about
this is afterward?
Yep, this is my second. I actually hate that album, but
you hate the album. Stop it. We love it. It's good.
Every year to take that down. Everybody's like, nah, leave it up.
Listen, Growing Pains, Testimony.
Right. Yeah, that was my favorite album there. And if you listen to the songs, a lot of them are what you would hear in Testimony service, and so that's
gotcha.
Where it came from.
Gotcha. And then. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yes, that was really that was one of my favorite songs. I was able to work with Brother James Ziegler, who is a phenomenal singer and songwriter himself.
What's up, Keisha? Interesting. And because I think as a songwriter, as an artist, I think your goal is to get that one song. Mm-hmm. That will take you all around the world for years. Just like, On Time God. Mm-hmm. Dottie Peoples.
Right.
She went and found her husband recently.
Didn't she do it? Yeah, and she can
Ladies and gentlemen, there is hope. As the Thompson communities used to say, there is hope, y'all.
And she can go and sing He's an On-Time God until she can't sing no more. Right.
I think that's when I saw that she got married, it just made me think it's what Daryl Coley said about When Sunday Comes. He says out of all his songs, he hated the song, but really? In the beginning he said, Donald, why? What's the song about? What are you talking about? Yeah. And the night they recorded it with Tri-City Singers, after that night, About three years later, he went back to Donald and said, "I'm sorry. You know, I appreciate you. This song has taken care of me for years.
Right.
The one song. So I know that is a wonderful thing. I love the Lord. I know it was on a bigger record, but I see that, you know, like Coming for You, you know, that song that can just carry, you know, just carry you and carry you. Because I've just been looking at all of your performances and all of, you know, listening to your music, and it's definitely there. That's why I definitely wanted to have you on.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I hope that as well. I had made like it actually kind of went viral, but not long after the recording, I had made a video. Hey, thank you about that. Thank you for that, Lev. I had made a video. I went live, and I just like, man, I was like on my way to quitting because it's like, okay, we've been doing this now, I want to say 16, 17 years at that time.
Yeah.
And it was like we were still waiting on that one song to kind of break through so that people would know that there's something going on in Columbus, Ohio. You know, and you know, I knew I had the talent, knew I had the gift, but sometimes it's just that exposure.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful to Dr. Ricky Dillard and Quad and New G for recording that song and just kind of giving us that platform.
And once Ricky like you, his ear gonna be turned to you.
That's right. And he made that very plain.
Yeah. So if you keep writing that good stuff, it's gonna get recorded.
Right. And I you know, so of course I have to make sure I'm keeping the music fresh.
Yeah.
You know, and he loves something that's already been recorded. That he likes. I feel like he likes to hear the final product. I'm not saying he doesn't want to hear the process, but I feel like he wants to hear, you know, he wants something that he can envision that his choir is singing and rocking to. There's some really good songs in that album, man. I mean, the night of the recording, that whole first half, I was just like, y'all can really keep going. Yeah.
I mean, that first half was like amazing.
Yeah.
At that second half, they lost something in the sound in the auditorium, not the sound of the choir.
Right.
But that first half, because I was sitting kind of in the middle, so we heard differently the second half than we heard from the first half. That first half was fire.
Now, by the time they got to When I Think, that they fixed
that kicked it into gear right there.
Oh man, that song was tough. That song was tough.
That kicked it into gear. That When I Think, that
crowd. I don't know if the album picked it up, but the crowd was going crazy while they were singing that song. I gotta go back and listen to see if you could hear the crowd in there, but like at least my section was just going absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it was. Excuse me. I think that was my third recording for Ricky that I've been to.
Okay.
Third or fourth, I can't remember. Maybe 3 or 4 of that, and they're always amazing, always good.
Yeah. I think it was my second. I went to Detroit, and then obviously I went to this one. I was supposed to go. Thank you, Leanne. I was supposed to go to DC, but I think I worked for the school. I think it was during school or something. I had to be at school the next day. I was like, I probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah. Man, you mentioned John P. Key. What's one of your favorite John songs? If you can narrow them down, I know that's rough to do.
That is. I always play I Won't Let Go for Offering. That's what I always like when I can't. That's one. Man.
Because you said you do play, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, because you was over there playing behind B Slade. Let's see what's going on over here. listen. To be able to follow all his.
I was nervous as a long-tailed cat in the middle of a praise break because I was like, I don't know what he's gonna do, but man, that's a talented dude, man. Like and first of all, he was extremely nice. I didn't know.
Always people think he's another way, but he's always nice.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect because when you see him, I remember the first time I saw him live, it was in Nashville at the Stellar Awards, and it was one of the events, and I want to say it might have been one of his first concerts as B. Slade, and he was just. When he came in, the room just shifted because he's a huge personality. But man, he was the nicest guy, man. Like, he just like, well, every time I come out here, man, I want to see y'all, come play for me, whatever. But he's a really nice guy. But he can really sing. And this service, I guess he has a really close friend that lives here in Columbus.
Oh, okay.
And, I want to say this was his anniversary service or something. And so my friend plays at that church. And he couldn't make it, so he's like, Dooley, I need your help, man. He's like, he didn't even tell me that B. Slade was gonna be there. He's like, why didn't you tell me? He's like, surprise. But he was really anointed, man. He carried that service, and I mean, he's a beast.
Yeah, we've known each other since we were 19 years old, and he's been the same.
Do y'all live in the same city?
No, but we're in California, and we were a part of the same organization, Pentecostal Assemblies of the World, PAW.
Okay, are you still PAW?
No.
Oh, praise God.
I go to a Church of God in Christ church.
Okay.
Yeah, I still consider myself non-denominational, type.
Now, do they have church out there in California? Because some people
not really.
Okay. Some people say it's very laid back.
We're really late. I mean, we have our times where we have some church, but I mean, we're just not back east. California's a different breed. We're just more sophisticated, I guess, when it comes to worship. And, not saying, that, everybody else is just unruly, but I think it's just something that comes out of Hollywood. I don't know.
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. It's a different mode, different type of people. So I don't know. We're definitely different than back east, and especially different than the Bible Belt or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, and it's regional. Yeah. Detroit doesn't church like New York.
Yeah.
Baltimore doesn't church like South Carolina. There's just different ways.
They just ran me out of Detroit last week. Yeah.
They ran you out. What was you doing? Sitting on them while they was shouting or something?
No, I got one over there for a Hawkins tribute, and I got something. Something went on down there. I don't know if it was a Hawkins tribute, but it was all right. It was something. It was all right. I expected a little more from Detroit, but what I was told, it just wasn't the right Detroitians that were handling it. And I believe that. I believe it. Because, it's Detroit.
Right. Yeah, and I think that they have a certain level of excellence you expect.
Yeah. When I was really expecting just to be mesmerized by what they delivered, but I mean, we're going to give them another chance. Hopefully we'll give them another chance pretty soon here. The John P. Key song, we missed that one because we start talking about your playing.
Yeah, I was saying I Won't Let Go is one that I.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's all right.
Man, I mean, Show Up.
Yeah.
Man, he had some. There was one song that I always got a kick out of, and when I met John P. Key, I forgot to ask him about it. But the song was called like "Don't Wonder About Him" or something like that. It was on one of his old records, and he was singing it with his grandfather, and I always wanted to or his dad or something. And I always wanted to ask him, like, was that really your dad, or was that you acting?
Acting, like the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go find that. I think it was called "Don't Wonder," but that was it was almost like a little quartet song. But I always got a kick out of that song, and I always loved it. Don't Wonder About Him. Yeah, I don't know.
That's true. But see, Keisha Green, she go to John Terrier's Taste Church in LA.
Okay.
So that's a whole different. John Terrence come from back east, so he's going to church a little different than California. So he's in California now. So yeah, they have church over there at Mount Moriah.
Okay.
They're in Los Angeles. But we're happy for John. He's on the men's. He was very sick. Now he's on the line thirst trapping yesterday. So we are happy that John is feeling quite lovely these days. Do you have the guts to do something like this as a gospel artist?
So I'll be honest with you. Up until my last two children, I was in pretty good shape, but these last two just added a whole lot on to me.
Well, I don't think it's about that. I think it's about confidence. Just throw it out there and see where it lands.
Now, when I lose this weight, you probably will see me back back in the gym. Maybe not all the way with the skin, but maybe with a beater on or something.
Listen, you got to go skin. John went skin. I think he's giving us a challenge.
Yeah, he might be. I'm definitely happy. I'm definitely happy that he's on the men. I really wonder what happened.
Well, I know he had a lot of what's really going around these days, and people are keeping it under wraps, is E. coli.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is really going around, and people are getting E. coli, and it's not COVID and all that other stuff. It's E. coli, but people aren't really talking about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you know what it is. Man, I had a wonderful time talking to you tonight.
I did too, man. I did too. I was nervous. I was like, I don't know what he's about to ask me.
You thought I was going to hit you with a one-hitter quitter. No, I know how to act right.
Yeah,
so.
I would have had to go on Instagram. Like, yeah, my phone died. I'm sorry. I'm not going to lie. He
left, y'all. He's gone.
I did that before. I'm not going to lie to you. We were on a call, and they kind of prepped me what they were going to talk about. It's about music and some other things. And they got to talking about politics and different issues. And I just looked, I was in mid-sentence. I said, well, what I really think is, and then I hit that. I was like, y'all ain't about to get me caught up.
My phone died because I clicked the button. That's why I died.
That button.
So you could be found Terrence J. Dooley on all social media.
Whatever they come out with next, you're going to find Terrence J. Dooley on it just like that. TerrenceJDooley.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever else there is. Yep. Terrence
and we definitely want everybody to go to Spotify, go to your Google, go to your iTunes, all that, and download every album of Terrence J. Dooley, and make sure that you definitely get I Love the Lord. He has it as well, and also on the newest release of Ricky Dillard. And to support the Right Reverend Terry Dooley, make sure that you $ Rev Powell 614, $ REVPOW 614. That is correct, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I'm giving it out, and I ain't even asked you if it was correct yet. So to support his ministry, just to say thank you, buy him dinner. He has 4 kids, y'all. You know he need about $1,000 tonight at least.
It's in the room. It's in the room.
It's in the room.
You know what? I'm surprised you're not at AIM, by the way.
You know what? I wanted to go to AIM, and I ended up going to Detroit because I really wanted to go to AIM, but AIM looked like they over there having a good time, huh?
Oh yeah.
I've seen that you sung at quite a few AIMs. You in Testimony.
We did. We've been a part of both that have been in Ohio within the past 6-7 years.
Okay.
So they put us to work. They were here 2 years ago. I want to say we sung 4 times.
Yeah.
3 or 4 times, and that's how it should be. You should be busy.
You should. Yeah. You definitely. How often do you and your group get out to minister?
So while I was finishing school, I kind of put us on an unofficial, pulled us back just a little bit.
Okay.
But now that I'm done with school, things are starting to pick up. So I try not to. I have a group of adults and working adults, so I try not to overtax them. But we'll probably hit the road a lot more here in September. I'm looking to get my new album out in October.
Okay.
And I talked to a couple of my people that we're probably going to set up a little mini tour because everybody's on tour right now.
Yeah, everybody's on tour. Some people on tour getting paid, some people on tour not getting paid. So, we have that discrepancy over there that Dietrich Hatton and Mike Jr.
Mike Jr.
Yeah, they over there.
They were just here last week, actually. Look like
I guess this is this issue with payments over there. I don't know what's going on. Got to investigate that. Larry Reid talked about that today. But definitely you should definitely do that tour thing. Definitely come to California. Hit me up. I'm in Central, so I usually can go either Bay Area or LA or something. That definitely hit me up.
Okay, we'll do. So we're excited about it, and so hopefully we can set that up. It's kind of different as an independent artist. You really have to work really hard to make.
You do
to make it work. And it's not going to be a Monday show and a Wednesday, Thursday show. You're going to hit a Saturday.
Yeah.
Get Friday night or a Saturday concert. So
because we got to get back home, okay?
Home,
yeah. But hey, keep it. Yeah, do that. Make sure you drop that and let me know. Well, I'll probably be stalking your page to see when it drops and all that. So I'll be putting it out there for you, man. I appreciate you coming through tonight and just sharing your heart, sharing your life of music and all that. We just hope to see way more from you, and you're gonna win. I know Ricky's gonna win one or two or three of them Stellars next month. So your name is attached to it. So yeah.
That's right. I'm gonna update my bio.
That's right. That's what you got to do. You're already a writer, for Ricky Dillard. So
yeah.
Who would you like to just drop a song in their lap and then it just take off right now outside of Ricky?
Hezekiah Walker.
Hezekiah Walker. Heads.
Yeah.
Listen, grab his music and record that thing.
Yeah, that's next. And then hear me when I say this. Chicago Mass. And the reason I say that is because when you pick up a Chicago Mass album of 10 songs, 7 of them are going to be sung by choirs, by Sunday morning choirs.
That's right. You're right.
So they have a knack for Sunday morning songs, and so
they do.
I want to get one there too. So I just found out who the contact was after they released their album a couple months ago. So
wow, that's okay. What the time?
Yeah, keep your ears open. There's another choir in the southwest region of the country that's gearing up for a live recording, and they want to do one of my songs as well. So
good.
There's some more things. Just use your brain and think about who's in the Texas area as far as choirs are concerned. They're making a little comeback.
Who, Cornell?
No, not Cornell. No. This is more of a classic choir.
In the Texas. JP, help me out. She's down there in Texas.
Update that by and will. So we'll hopefully be hearing more about that in the next coming months. But they're
you under NDA or something? You can't tell me right now.
No, I kept that Ricky Dillard news private for so long because I just didn't want to jinx, myself.
Gotcha. Then all of a sudden somebody gets something up there behind and they don't want to put it on. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So I actually had I didn't even tell my singers until not too long before so that they can get their tickets and come on down.
Texas. Is it the Potter's House? They recording again?
They did a recording. I submitted some songs to them. They didn't take them. It was kind of sad.
That's interesting. Now you got me thinking. I'm gonna figure it out. Thank you so much, Terrence J. Dooley on all platforms. Everybody, if you would like to be a blessing to the ministry of Terrence J. Dooley, $Rev Pow 614. That's $REV POW 614. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you for having me. This was a blast. We got to do this again sometime.
Yes, we do. Definitely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed tonight. I hope you enjoyed the ministry of Terrence J. Dooley. Make sure that you go to every outlet that you have and download his songs. Download his song on Ricky Dillard's latest album, I Love the Lord. I would play it for you, but Ricky likes his money, okay? And I'm sure Jay Dooley does, so we don't want to just, get any copyright issues tonight. But make sure that you are supporting also the St. James Show. There is our Cash App, $ St. James Show. Also, our Zelle, the St. James Show at att.net. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming through tonight. If you're watching the replay, make sure that you hit that like button. Thanks, Sean. Thank Miss Ashley. Thank you so much, JP, K. Rich, everybody that came through tonight to hang out with myself and Terrence J. Dooley. Make sure you get your gift bags as you exit the doors, and we will see you next time when we're over here dealing with what we're dealing with. We got to come back. We got so much to talk about, y'all. There's so much going on around the streets that we really need to talk about. So I got to figure out a time when I can get our panel up here so we can just let it all hang out. Make sure that if you have not watched the previous videos from this week, that you will go and check those out. My Detroit videos. Had a wonderful time in Detroit. So, hey, I forgot this one. That was the beautiful wife right there. I forgot that picture. That is Terrence J. Dooley and his beautiful wife, Kay. All right, there they went. I forgot to put that one up. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have a blessed day. All right.